it is absolutely incredible to think that one person could have so much impact and effect on so many people across so many places through so many time periods, and is still absolutely on the cutting edge of the future. And we could not know that without understanding the deep history that brings us all here, but also Mel's role in helping us to say, no, there's a different path. And it is our responsibility and our obligation to make that possible.
So I first learned about the Mel King Institute through Liz AmeriCorps. They have a professional relationship and they allowed us to come take classes. I'm not sure of the exact name of the course, but it was about like the back end of housing, where they do the construction part and what it takes to put up a subsidized unit complex. There's a lot of ins and outs, and there's a lot of advocates that, email me personally or through RAF status that says, hey, listen, can a subsidized client do this? Can a subsidized client have this? What are the terms for like market rate? And I feel like knowing those aspects and taking what I learned from those courses and taking what I learned now helps me help them understand it better, about the rules, about the knowledge, and it educates them as well.
I started out taking the class about being a tenant representative on the Housing Authority Board. We talked about radical inclusion. That's one of my favorite tenets or values that Mel King talks about. In a tenant organization, our power actually comes from representing everybody in the building. One of the great sayings I got out of the Mel King Institute was, don't go up, go out. And, that is like, if you have a problem or if you want something, don't go up, go talk about it with the other tenants, go bring it up with them, see if it's important to them, get them on board.
The first time I learned about the Mel King Institute, I was actually in banking. I took a class with the Mel King Institute to understand why subsidies were needed in order to build affordable housing. I wanted to move from the investment side to the development side at that point in time. And I think the Mel King Institute made that introduction for me and allowed me to make that transition. For me, the Mel King Institute was I thought it was around training and development, around community development and real estate. I didn't realize how deep they were in the racial equity inclusion. And then when I became a CEO, it was much more evident with the racial equity pledge. And right away, we jumped on board. Our initial trainings was with the board, myself and staff, around how to make this place, Somerville Community Corporation, more inclusive. We started having dialogues with our tenants around improving their tenancy. And I think we've been more engaged because of the training that we received.
Mel King is my buddy, my hero, my inspiration, my academic muse, my planning muse, my activist, historian par excellence, all that. And also I was Mel King's Friday tennis buddy. Lots of different ways of knowing Mel, and all just so joyful and always full of learning and lessons and energy. So central to Mel's vision and work and lifetime of activism has been a fundamental question asking us to consider in whose interest is this work happening? Is this project happening? Are we doing this to serve ourselves, to serve others? Who's being served by this particular project or initiative, and whom is not being served? That question alone is a way to electrify a room and to get us on course. Mel's work in the field of community development has been defining of the sector, not only here, but even how we think nationally and internationally about what it means to provide people with the resources, the decision-making authority, and the space to dream big future dreams and make those dreams come true.